Good morning everyone, this is Nishalanga. So today we are gathered here for discussion. So we have the topic reason of separation of marriage in India. So firstly I would like to explain what is marriage. Actually marriage is a lifetime commitment and and both couples are come in front of society to bind a bond, to bind a sacred bond. And marriage has been considered a sacred bond from since ancient time. Okay, it has been considered sacred bond since ring Vedic era. And in Hinduism, according to Hindu, uh, that every Hindu must get married in Hinduism. So we can see most of the marriages there are so many reasons of separation of marriage in India. So one of them is infidelity. Na?
Very good morning everyone. My name is Prajal Pathak and we are discussing on the topic problems in marriage and the reasons for separation. See, as we know that marriage is what meant for two persons, and it goes well when both of care for each other and have better understanding. Lacking understanding between them leads to many reasons and ways to separations also. Like we heard in many families, because all families have problems, but the problem that arises, like she mentions, extramarital affairs and some first one is the problem mainly arises due to money, because it all, as we know that dowry, it has been going on from the past and still going on, and because of it and because of that misunderstanding of that thing, like in marriage you gave me that thing and that I just want what support and that caring, you are not giving that to me. And in some families also the family is not good, and in some families also the mother's family is not good. Sometimes the mother also interfere in that thing, and sometimes the sas bahu disputes happens in most of the families, but it also happens in that level that can lead to that thing also. So there are many problems. Yeah, I want others to share their view also.
Hello everyone, my name is Prashant Chaudhary. First of all, I want to update his point that marriage is not a bond between two persons. Marriage is a bond between two families. As per our Hindu religions, marriage is a bond between two families. That's why we are looking for a better family, or we search for a family before marriage, like what is his social behavior, or what is the position of family, is stable or not. Then we are getting married a daughter or a son in this family. Second, what was the problem after marriage, that the person was getting divorced. The first problem was economically, financial problem. Many of the person getting divorced after financial problem because they are not getting proper source of income. So they was just started scolding each other, and after that what happens, they are decided to get a divorce. And nowadays many of the youth didn't want to get married because of their financial conditions. They think that after married we want divorce, so why should we get married? That's why today's youth doesn't want married.
Everyone, my name is Shushan. As my friend Prajwal said that the reason for separation is extramarital affair and money issue. Yeah, it's right. When a wife or a husband finds that her partner or his partner is cheating on them, and she or he gets emotionally hurt, and it leads to the divorce. And the money issue, in money there are two cases. Well, first case is when a anyone, like a girl or a boy, compare themselves with others, even their wealth is not good at that much, and they started compare their wealth with others, so they started getting jealous. So this can also leads to divorce. And
Hello everyone, my name is Badal Kumar and I agree with you guys. But I wanna add something like in India, the most of the divorce and separation are happens in love marriage. In love marriage, what happened before the marriage? Couples are in fantasy, like they think that after marriage we will do this, we will do this. But after marriage, there are lots of responsibilities in over the couples, and they before the marriage they think we will do this, we will do this. But after marriage they can't the things, and and this is the reason of the separation. And the second reason is that like the satisfaction, because in marriage nowadays it is a common thing, in couples they want satisfaction, like physical satisfaction and the financial satisfaction. If they don't find it, then they will start cheating with the husband or also with the wife. So this is the mainly reason. And when they find the couple is the partner is cheating with him, they started arguing, started dispute fights, and in the end they want to divorce with the partner. So I think this is the main reason of the separation.
Good morning everyone, my name is Bhumi Kushwa. So in my opinion, one of the reason of separation is fraudulent marriages, because there are many people before marriages they used to seem like him or her, that he is very good or she is very good, but after marriages they see her, they see another personality of his or her, and after that when a person don't want to live with her or his, then they want to give him divorce.
Hello everyone, my name is Krishna Yadav. I am not agree with you. You said mostly divorce happen in love marriage. How can you say it happen in love marriage? Because you know your partner before, physically and mentally and financially. And
No, I'm not saying that disputes are not happening in the arranged marriage.
let finish first. And you say because you run extra marital affairs and you don't love our partner, you have to tolerate our partner. And we saw many of divorce in rich families. Have you ever seen in poor family divorce? Because they have tolerate, they can tolerate, and it's not happen in, sometimes it happen village. Thank you.
Yeah, mostly in low-end villages, they don't do that thing, they divorce because of their respect also. They think doing this thing, we will lose our respect in society. And in rich families, they don't have that, they have their own way, they do that thing. And also in today's era, the divorce has become a trend. Like in little problems, they do divorce and search for another person because they have their choice of that's.
So let me first correct your point. The most of the time the divorce happen in love marriage because you already know much about your partner earlier and nothing left after marriage to know about that person. So because of that, many kind of dispute happen in that cases. So most of the time the cases for divorce in love marriages. When you go for arranged marriage, you don't know about that person. So for the passage of time, you get to know about that person, you get close to that person. That's why in arranged marriage, there is less number of divorce in there.
In arranged marriage, there is a lack of love and understanding to each other. So there must be happen in divorce there.
In love marriage, I know there is a lack of love, but with the passage of time, love is built in love arranged marriage. But in love marriage, with the passage of time, as the time passes, the love is get decreased in that love marriage.
So as he says that love marriage is not getting divorced in much, but according to the survey in India, there is only 1% divorce happening in India. That means out of 100, only 1% get divorced. Or in that 1%, 40% divorce was on arranged marriage and 60% divorces on love marriage. Why love marriage has get most of the divorces? Because when we know our whole things about our would be, after marriage the conditions was changed. The man has to go for a job. They didn't give him a time as they give before marriage. They have the responsibilities of their families, parents, and after having child they also have a responsibility of his child. So he didn't give up time as actually she wants. That's why the divorce was happening at that period. Or if we are talking about in arranged marriages, the divorce is just a little amount, because 4 or 5 years is going to be an making understanding between a couples. After 4 or 5 years, the arranged marriage couples having a strong bond and then never be separated by a simple way or simple fighting. In our village areas and our middle classes, there is a less divorce cases filed because we are just thinking that our diversion or our problems is more than our society's respects. Because in middle class or in village, society's respect is much higher than our respects. We think this thing.
Also, if they separate, then what will happen to their child?
Yes, this is also the reason.
In modern time, we can see the human is it's a psychological fact like that human is a human taste is changes according to the time. We easily get bored with the same thing. So it is a fact that we are spending a time with the individual person. After a time, we get bored easily. In ancient time, it doesn't happen. Because in the ancient time, we love the person. But in nowadays, we say we love them, we love the person, and we can't live without him and her. But it is not real.
Okay, good morning all of you. My name is Mona Shakya and I am agree with all of you. And this has happened in arranged marriage also, because before marriage they will said I have earning lot of money and hiding some personal things, but after marriage they can understand like what is the real you are, and so this is also the reason of divorce.
One reason can be done like constant bickering, arguing and bickering are also going on in partner's life, and it can be lead conflict in partner's life and marriage life. Then everything can make you tired of one another. Most of the time in marriage, what's the problem in marriage? Most of the women dwell in mother's home after getting married, but they have to but I think they should dwell in husband home, but because of smoking and because of poverty and of unemployment, they have to dwell in mother's home, and they don't want to take divorce because of fear of fatality in society.
And nowadays, people don't have that capacity to hold that pressure like that used to happen in past. People have the capacity, whatever disputes, whatever fights are going on, and again that next day they all will resolve. But nowadays they don't have capacity and they don't have pressure. With little problems they do that thing. They have laws, even the laws has been created in favor of girls, women also. So they also use that laws for them, and now as I mentioned, they don't have the capacity to hold that pressure, and because of some little things they do separations and do problems. Yeah, because of lack of understanding. They should understand each other. If someone is lacking in that thing, then someone will have to understand that they are lacking in that thing, so I have to stop. They both think I am greater. That also went problems. They also do problems.
The second reason is like gender discrimination. In our family, there are lots of discrimination like in gender in India nowadays still, and the male, yeah, it's here. The male is go for the job, and the wife is stay there for the children and for the family works and the household works, and the female thinks that I'm in modern time, she thinks that I'm also an independent guy and I can go for the job, and I can do whatever I want. Why I'm here to control these types of household work and to control the children. Why I'm here? I can go outside of the house and I will do as same as my husband do. So which is the main reason.
It is not comes under the gender discrimination because it is the oldest era. The girls has the duty to take care of their family members and their child. So you cannot say that it is a gender discrimination. This is the duty of a woman to take care of his family and his child.
So it's not a duty of a woman. It's also our duty. It's also a male duty. We can do the same thing the woman do in our family.
If male can do the things, then who can go and earn for the family? You will give a donation to them.
Women are independent. They empowered. They can go for the job and outside. Yeah, I know it's very difficult in our society, but it can be happen. Like you see that. Most of the women say I'm independent, I can do, but it's the mentality of the person and the society.
They also have to
I am giving you an example of independent women.
Yeah.
A literate man can live with a illiterate woman,
Yeah,
but
of
a literate woman cannot live with a illiterate man. If woman going for earning money and man was not going for that, then woman going to be a divorce for that man. Or second, I will give you an example. Same as an auto driver, he used his money to make him literate to his wife. After she was getting a job in nurse, she gave him a divorce. And same example of an IAS officer as you listened before. So that's why Indians women was only for take care of his families and members.
I understand your point, but in our India, the female thinks that I'm independent. If as you also said that if a man stay at home and the woman go for the job, and what is the effect of this?
As Badal said that the gender equality is also the reason for divorce, but I don't think so, because the mentality is the reason. Like
Yeah, of course.
when a boy or man earns, then he thinks that I will take care of my family, I will feed my family with my money. And when a girl or woman goes for a job and she become independent, then she thinks that now why should I need a man? I'm an independent woman. And when a boy try to control, a man try to control, man try to take over control of to the independent woman, then that ego comes in that girl, that why should I be controlled by that man?
They have
And
lost.
then there was
They have
a
lost.
Then it leads to divorce.
And, yes, I agree your point. And still in our India, in the families, boys and husbands are tolerate a lot of from their wives, because every time, not most of the time, every time the husband have to surrender before their wife, because if they don't do this, the dispute and the fighting happens in the family, and it's the common thing.
I want to answer you, as you have said that the girls or women are only for the household duty, but this is not true, because there are many works in our society that can be done only by the women. Like we can take the example of the nurses of hospitals, and there are many so works. So how can you say that?
If woman earns, then it is good. If men don't earn, then it is bad. Why? If woman don't earn, then it is good because she can manage house. But if boy don't earn, then society what will say, and the woman what will say? You are why you are
You are surviving on my
yeah.
income.
Yeah, like that things. Yes, please.
As you say that the job of nurse was not done by the men. it is wrong. If you are going to the medical colleges, there is many men was also doing the course of nurses, and many of the boys was doing a nursing job in their in other hospitals. So you cannot say that the only woman can do the nurse job. So what? If you are saying about Annapurna, that means the woman who make the food. But as you seen in a marriage, main conventional food maker is a man.
In restaurant also.
In restaurant also.
Cook.
So the woman is not the one who can only make a food. Man is also, and man is the main reason.
Hello everyone, my name is Yukti Sharma. I heard a point that if a girl is literate and a boy is not literate, or we can say illiterate, the girl will not survive with that particular man. So I think in some ways you were right, because you have noticed some cases like that SDM case and other government officers case. But I think many of the women are surviving with these type of boys, and not surviving, they are just helping. They are just actually want to live with them. They are just cooperating them. Many of the cases, I think you have heard on Instagram also. They I think boys are not able to work or earn for his or family. But sometimes I think girl will help in these cases. Like if a boy is suffering from any disease or any cancer or anything, who will do the particular thing? The girl will have to do things. It doesn't mean that she has to leave the family or she wants to leave the family. She will help and she wants to live and उसको क्या बोलेंगे? उसको ठीक करेगी. She will cure the particular person.
But it's all
about thinking, na? It's all
It's
about
not
thinking.
about thinking.
It's all about
the woman.
you think like that. If you have a wife, nah, एक second. If you have a wife and if you are not able to earn for your family, and if your wife wants to do your work, what will you do?
Why should I not earn for my family?
If there is any condition, if there is any case, suppose.
If you are saying that I am not able to earn money for my family,
Yeah.
okay, so in this condition the society was not blaming me that that's the problem of me, that's why I am not earning. But if I am well, I am good enough, then the woman is also arguing with me that you are just sitting at home and you are not earning. This is also the reason of divorce.
So
The well-being boy cannot sit at their
this is
home
not
without
90%.
earning.
These are not 90% cases. I am not agree with this point. These are not 90% cases that every woman wants to reciprocate with his person or with his husband. That I will not do this, I will not do that. It is not possible.
He can be Karjamai.
कहाँ लिखे तुमने
He
तर्जुमा?
has
मैंने आजकल नहीं देखा.
not Karjamai. He has to cooperate with him, with his wife also. Sometimes many conditions happen, like there is a nervous breakdown of a person, like men also faces that thing. Sometimes they faces struggles and all, then they go through mental nervousness and all. So at that point, I think a girl have to do those things. A girl have to support him, and many girls are doing that. Even in my family, one of my father's friend is going through that case, and her wife is supporting him very seriously and very cooperative manner. And in other way, I think his husband, he has no disease, nothing. Just he is going through a mental nervous breakdown, and he just help in their domestic chores and household works. It is not a case of like every time a girl will reciprocate or girl will respond in negative way or refuse to do those things. I think you are saying 90% cases, I think it's just 10% things.
I would like to add a point. I think main reason of separation nowadays lack of communication. The most of the couples they don't want to communicate with each other, and they reach early to a decision for divorce.
Like as I said that because of incapacity of pressure that they can't hold. Yeah, because as we know that before the marriage they have their independence, they have their life, their own way they are living, and they have their freedom. But after the marriage they have to sacrifice. They have to sacrifice to someone, and after the kid they have to put their life to rise their child also. So it raise their child also. So it is due to the pressure and also the independence they lost after the marriage, because nowadays people don't have that capacity to hold the pressure as that happens in villages, on because they have the maturity at that before the age at that time. And nowadays they don't have the pressure to hold that capacity, and in freedom they have to sacrifice their ways, like I'm doing that, then I have to stop at this, then it is good. Because as we know, the bicycle runs on two what wheels. If one wheel is punctured, then this
Cycle will not
smashed, then the cycle will not go. That same happens, that same applies in marriage also.
Nowadays, India has a biggest problem of egoistic person. What should be happen in that time period? Ego is just developed when the person was a child, and now at that adult time the ego is on their highest point. So what's happened after marriage? If someone was saying something to her or his, their ego was hurted, and the egoistic person was not tolerate these things. Then after they getting divorced to them, that what a little bits that they are not doing is official work, like they are not helping his husband or not take care of his family. This is the smallest problem, but the man was so much egoistic and they get divorced to them.
The reason for separation is that the lack of understanding and lack of communication, because nowadays people think marriage is all about connection of two families and having a child. But what I think marriage is all about accepting each other's flaws and correcting mistakes. When a person is not able to correct someone's mistakes and can't handle that person, at that time they think about the divorces. And many of you never heard about that a mother leaves their child. Even a child bother their mother so much. Why mother don't leave the child? But when it comes to husband, then or comes to wife, then they get separated. So it's all about communication and misunderstanding also.
So one of the reason is also that after marriages there are so many twists and turns in the life, and if the both partners are not able to go through these troubles, they both decided to get separated.
So as I listen this kind of discussion, I got some questions in my mind, and I would like to ask them one by one. If they are interested, they want to answer that. The question comes that after marriage there are so many problems, like family issues, economical problem, financial issues they are facing. So I just want to ask them why marriage is important. Like many of the youngster youth, they have opted for one more relationship, that is live-in relationship. Can youngsters nowadays, as they are many youngsters are living relationship, so why marriage is important? Why can't they live in relationship? What's wrong with that? So can it be the best option or not?
We all know that we born as a human, and if we born as a human, then we should have to live like a human. We shouldn't live like a dog, because a living relationship is like a dog relationship. They find another female dog and they shift to another. Yeah. and some parents also have some expectation with their child, that my child give me a grandson and I am playing with that.
Legacy.
Yeah. In India, most of the time it's all about legacy. That to whom I will transfer my property. So living relationship is very bad thing. But if you are living in a relationship with after you're consulting with your parents, then it's a good thing, because at that time your parents also know about that, and no one can. If you something happen with you, then your parents with you with that problems.
Okay, but according to me, if you are living in a living relationship, you cannot increase your offsprings, because you want your another generation. You want another generation to take care of your properties, your money. But if you are living in a living relationship, you cannot do this. You can only do this after getting married, because after getting married, you can register a child with the name of their parents. Marriage is important in India because of the first point is for the offspring. Because
Why
they
can't
want,
someone adopt?
if you adopt someone, then you can go for registration. What you have to write in the place of mother names if you are a man. If you are a female, then what should you write in the name of husband? So this is the basic reason. Then the boy was not getting us equal opportunities. The boy was not getting equal opportunities as all students getting who has a father and mother same. Or second point of benefit of second point of marriage important is to take care of his family, because when a man went to do job in other country or in other states, so someone
Should be there to take care
someone
of
should be there to take care of his parents, who he can believe on him. The woman who he is getting married, he can believe her that she can good take care of my parents rather than the rather than the servants.
What if
In
it
my
drops?
opinion, marriage is important because we get the emotional support from the partner, and when we indulge in a problem, we can consult our partner for this problem.
They cannot
In
go.
my opinion, marriage is a part of our culture. In Vishnu Puran, God Vishnu says man and woman are incomplete
Without marriage.
marriage.
without marriage.
Marriage is important because we are to maintain the culture, and one reason is this offspring. And in despite of living in relationship, most of the adults are get straight from their ways because of this problem. And I think in this generation, most of the parents consider this, if their children keep any relation after marriage, then they got divorced. But after marriage, they got any relation with their partner, it's good.
If I talk about why marriage is important, because suppose a boy lost his mother in childhood, and when in future he gets married, because just to take care of his father, and he can go for a job without any tension. And in living relationship, and both of them couples, they are not couples, they are just having fun. Good going. They are just having fun, and they are just checking themselves. This is a perfect match for me or not. Yeah, that's why marriage is important.
They have said many of the youngsters, young minds, they are following the culture that is live-in relationship. As you must have seen, in our metro cities, they are doing that. So, but here you can see the students, they are not supporting the live-in relationship. They want them, the culture should be followed in a culture. And another question comes, that is dowry system. The dowry system which is taken, which is given. So many dowry system, people consider that from the female side. From the female side, dowry is given to the man. Even after when husband deny for the dowry, some cases are filed against them. They are behind the bars. So I just want to know, taking dowry, giving dowry is really bad, or is it good or bad? What is your opinion? Should be giving the many of the female, they consider it as a curse, but they take dowry in their brother's wedding. And many male, when they are giving dowry in the sister's wedding, they think it is curse.
Yeah.
But so I just want to know that dowry is really bad. Just want to know that.
No, dowry is very good.
See,
Last one.
it really depends. Dowry really depends. If why father give dowry, because to have all the facilities to her daughter, so that his daughter will not suffer. So it really depends, because if the groom family have that sufficient facilities, then there is no need to give. Then it is bad. And it is good if they don't have that sufficient amount. Then the what? Dad? नहीं मुझे पता. that the father of daughter give the money to keep her daughter have all the facilities and don't have problems. Yeah, it really.
I agree with you, Prajwal, but in most of the time, the boy demanding, the family of boy demanding something like dowry, like I want this and I want this. I'm a government employee and I'm employed. I earn this amount monthly. So in this case, the family of boy demanding so much. If the girl's family are not capable to do or give the such type of things, the amount, and so in this case after marriage the girls face many problems, like you can see in the Raksha Bandhan movie, the sister of Akshay Kumar dead because of the dowry system, because he was not capable to give the such amount of money to their family.
That dowry, we now at times we cannot say it is a dowry, it's a gift given by the girl's family to their son-in-laws, or as he said that there is many problem of, in marriage if the girl's parents has not a dowry. So you can get married to the girls in that family which is capable for you. Why you are only selecting for a rich person, rich man, or a government job boys? If you want the government job boys, then you should be giving a gifts to according to their jobs. If your capability is only for the married to the 10 lakh or 50 lakh rupees, you cannot suppose that my daughter is going to be the richest family. If you want to the married to your daughter to the richest family, then you have to be spend the amount same like that.
Everyone have their own perception to see the things, and in my opinion, what I think that if I'm not that much stable, and my parents wants that I have to marry, so and my parent wants to get married and take the dowry, then in my opinion it shows that I'm desperate for the marriage, and that's why I'm getting marriage. And dowry is not a bad thing, or at some point if I am financially stable and I have all that things that was gifted in dowries, like a mirror, a bed, or sofa set, whatever this, if I already have those things, then why should I take the dowry?
You should instead take money.
Yeah, no.
सही बात है, पैसे ही लगेंगे।
अरे यार। See, why the father give that all thing, not to what?
Not you.
groom,
The father is.
Wait.
If you have government job,
Yes.
you have already more money. So why do you ask for dowry?
See that the boy's family is never asked for dowry.
No.
I am giving you an example. The girl's family came for the marriage talk, and they say that we are खर्चे को क्या बोलते हैं? We are expense up to 20 lakh in our child marriage. We can expend up to 25 lakh. The boys on never says that I want 20 lakh marriage or 25 lakh marriage. If I have the opportunities to get married 35 lakh, 30 lakh, then I will choose that 35 lakh marriage is good for me. So it is not for me. It is given by the girl's parents, that there is 5 or 6 girls' parents, they are saying I am expending 15 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh and 40 lakh. So this is my things that whom I have to
leads
choose.
to problems in marriage. That my father gave that thing, give it back to me and I am going. Otherwise I am going.
No, actually that is not true. Sometimes it's all about thinking, as I already said. Dowry is also about thinking. You said if you can't give dowry, then you should marry a vegetable.
Vegetable boy.
Vegetable boy. Why should I marry a vegetable boy if I want to marry a government job officer?
So if you want to
Is dowry really necessary?
Yes.
Why?
Because a person who got government job, he spent lots of money on study.
So is this a girl? If he spends gets lot of money out on government job, is this a girl's problem?
Why men want government job?
So you hard struggle. You do
Yeah.
hard struggle for dowry. Ask for dowry.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, dowry should be banned totally, fully banned. In gifts, in any things, in cash or anything they want to give, I think they should be banned. Because of dowry, it's just like a business.
Yes.
They give their daughters and they earn money and all. These things are not, I think, correct. So they should be banned.
If girl's
fully banned.
father is rich and boy's father is not that much, then it is good.
It's like a help.
Yeah,
So it is a
that's
gift.
why-
We are not saying it is a dowry. It is a
If you
gift.
ask
Dowry should be banned because according to the Dowry Provision Act 1961, like most of the conflict happened because of dowry. Like if you are capable to give and take dowry, then it's good. But you are not capable to give dowry, and it can be lead any conflict and lead to any big problem. Like it can be happen to commit anyone's suicide also. And most of the marriage grooms most of the groom's family take dowry, and then after taking dowry they will give dowry. They will give dowry with with their daughter's marriage.
As they have shared their opinion about the dowry system should be banned or not, should not be banned. Actually, dowry is not, demanding is bad actually. If somebody is giving you gift intentionally, that's fine. But you're demanding, I want this kind of gift, it's bad somewhere. So demanding is bad, dowry is not bad. But even if many of the parents are asking for the dowry, and they should be cases are filed against them, and so many cases are about from the boy side. As he said, the demand of the dowry is kept in front of boy's family first from girl's side. Absolutely, it is so. Why girl's family, they never ask for the boy who is not having any job? A girl who is about graduate, postgraduate, can she marry to a boy who is just 12 pass out and has left his study because of his business, because of some family problem? No. But a boy who has done post-graduation, he can easily marry with a girl who has just completed 10th or 12th. So this is what is happening in somewhere, partiality or discrimination over there. But girls should come forward, because we know this, boys have to marry. They are willing to marry all the time. They have to marry. So girls should come forward. Girls who are graduate, postgraduate, they should come forward. If anybody is asking for any single penny, they should completely deny for the marriage. However, boy is government or private. But if he asks for the dowry, girls should come forward. They should be coming forward, because she can say, I'm educated, I'll be earning. Because whole life she is going to take care of his family, his parents, not her parents, his kids, his family, his home. What about her? So she is going to be there as a slave, or she is going to be as a queen. But girls who are giving dowry, despite that they are facing so many problems. Not giving dowry, they are also facing the same problem. So I just want them, girls should come forward and they should raise voice against that. Not only from themselves. Whenever they are going, their brother is also going to marry, they should come forward. They should be denying for that also. I want this to happen. So now next point comes, like divorce cases are increasing in the society. Why they are increasing? Can women empowerment be the reason? As you can see, as we raised one point, he raised one point that girls, SDM, something like Moria, her husband made her educated, and then she was sent for the studies, then she left him. So women empowerment can be the reason when it comes to ego of the girl or ego of the boy, because you are earning nowadays, so that's why I'm going to leave you. So can the women empowerment can be the reason for the increasing divorce cases or splitting in the family, problems in the family occurring just because of women empowerment? There's a question I want to ask them. Last question.
I want to answer this question. Like there are many cases of a wife to fraud her husband. So it really depends on the person, not if because of that girl we cannot blame all the girls, and because of that boy we cannot blame all the boys. It really depends on the person and his thinking mindset.
Says that is women empowerment is responsible for divorce in India? Yes, women empowerment is responsible for divorce in India. As you see that in previous time the divorce ratio is very less, because at that time the women is on stable at that some level. But now what we happen today is that for women empowerment we raises women as very much for women empowerment we are promoting women's more than she deserves. So that's time after women empowerment cases was happening in India, there is divorce cases also increase according to that. As we say that for women empowerment we raises giving a reservations to the women in many jobs and other things. So women should be increasing and they will be literate nowadays so much. So what's happening after they getting jobs, they just getting divorced because they are thinking that now I am able to earn money, so why I need a man or why I need to take care of his family. That's why they getting divorced. Because of women empowerment they getting job easily without doing so much efforts. That's after that they getting divorced.
So in my opinion, woman empowerment is not a reason, because what matters is the mentality of that person. Like if someone's become SGM, then society start to trolling that person, that you are become that much famous, you are become that much famous or that much capable that you can take care of your family by your own, and you can feed your husband by your own. Then why are you living with that person? Someone other person came to him and poisoned their ears, so because of that they leave their husband or leave their wife. You never, because in society what society thinks that a woman is always married to their husband, he is superior to that woman. And they never accept that fact that that woman is living with a person that is not equal to that person. That's why there's so much divorce having in India, and woman empowerment is not a reason, in my opinion.
So, as we all know that in past women has been faced many difficulties in the past, and in a modern era we can see women are working in every sector. Because of it Indian economy is getting growth, and now India's economy is getting the number 3rd highest economy in the world. So, and I think women's empowerment is good because if women is educated, in the past they are not educated that much, and nowadays they are educated and they can stand before the other person, and they can express their view and whatever their view and explain. And I think women empowerment is good because in the past they faced many difficulties. They have been exploited in the past. So it's the government responsibility to uplift them.
In my opinion also, women empowerment is not responsible for this because of some people, they think like women are respond negatively when they get a government job or when they got a higher position. It is not possible actually. In our time they fight for their own rights. They start learning how to fight for themselves. That's why in these times I think women are so that is why they are starting retaliating over some issues, because what actually related to them. So I think women empowerment is not the main issue about this. And in the SDM case, I think if she wants to live with another person and doesn't want to live with her husband, then it's her issue actually. Her issue because if she wants to live with another person, it is her inside story. We don't know what is happening in their life in between husband and wife. Just because a wife got a higher position, it doesn't mean that all support will go to the husband. It actually happens in any other families also. When a wife is earning more than a husband, then he started getting an inferiority complex and started jealous of his wife also. That's why it happens. So it's all about people in society who get these points negative.